Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see who's gonna join us. Let me see if we are officially live or not. Uh, let's go. And we are live. Alrighty, I'm going to share quickly with the groups. Let's see. VIP and team. Okay, we are live. Let's see who can pop on here with us. All right, I think we're good. All right, hello, 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 everyone. I see we have a couple people joining us. Just say hello so I know who's here. Gonna do some fun stamps today. A little bit of housekeeping. I'll bring that in and we'll get that done and out of the way real quick before we go any further. And I want to lose the brace because Lord knows this thing is in my way, but it does help a little bit. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this and we're going to get to work. Okay, first thing, we are in October. Hey, Sue. How can it be October already? I have no idea. It feels like summer just whizzed by, September jumped in, and now here we are, and it is October 1st. Time for Halloween and decorating and all that stuff. Anywho, with October, Stampin' Up! Is celebrating their 35th anniversary. Stampin' Up! Has been around. I know, it's crazy, right? But even crazier is that Stampin' Up! Is 35 years old. They came into business in 1988. That was the year I graduated from high school. Anyway, they are having a special starter kit offer, and this is probably the best starter kit offer I've ever seen in my 10 years of being with Stampin' Up! I think I've seen where they did make it like $150 worth of product for the $99 for a special a couple years ago, but this time they are offering $168.75 worth of product for $99. So it is what do I want to say? An amazing offer. Hang on just a minute. I see our friend Barb can't find us. So I'm going to send her the link. So let me just pop that up quick, copy the link, and I will go send that to her quickly. There we go. Now she should be able to find us. Okay, apologize for that. Anywho, as I was saying, 35% extra is amazing. So for $99, you're going to get $168 worth of product plus, and it's still free shipping. So amazing deal. But what makes it even better is you can choose how you want to do this, or you can do, if you don't want to pay the $99, get the $125 worth of product and you save an additional 35%. So you're getting it for $64.35. So you have two options there. You can get it at a discounted rate, $64.35, but you're still getting $125 worth of product, or you can get the additional product and still pay the $99. So either way, awesome, awesome, awesome deal. If you have ever thought about becoming a demonstrator, this is probably the best time I've ever seen. Never seen it discounted that much. We also have the online exclusive designer series paper release. This paper here is, while its supplies last, once it sells out, they are not restocking any of it, but we have some gorgeous papers, one of which goes with the St. Nicholas set, and little hint, next week I plan on stepping up to Christmas, and we'll be probably using the St. Nick set. Just thought I'd put that out there. World Card Making Day is Saturday, October 7th. I'm hoping that many of you will join us for World Card Making Day. It is going to be a fun day of stamping. It's going to be a few hours actually of stamping, and it is going to be featuring the heartfelt hexagon. But if you chose not to pre-order that, you can use whatever you happen to have. These were just a couple of suggestions, circle sayings or earth and textures. But again, anything you happen to have in your collection will work. You don't have to own these specific things. Measurements and such will come out here shortly, so that you can be ready to participate. I did not print the October tutorial bundle yet. This is just the September for just to talk about. Remind me to talk about, but the October will be coming out very soon. It is looking like 45 projects in the tutorial bundle for October. So again, free with a $50 purchase in my online store. And once it is available, I will place it in my online store for purchase outright for $20. We are in the September, oh my gosh, October Paper Pumpkin subscription period. It is going to be at Home for the Holidays kit. It'll make 8 cards for each of 2 designs. You're going to get 8 coordinating envelopes, a real red Stampin' Spot, a glitter glue, and you're going to get some detailed pre-cut pieces and a photopolymer stamp set. So again, if you are interested in the holiday paper pumpkin, now is the time to get in so that you are ready to roll when they start shipping on the 11th. All right. I think I'm finished. Now, what we are featuring tonight is on page 47 of your mini catalog. I'm using both of these items. We're using the So Sincere for our sentiments, and we're using the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. These masks are so fun. We have the layering pieces that make your sunflowers, and then we have some additional background masks. And I will show you. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, I hope you can't hear I have my windows open. And even though I live on a dead end, sometimes the sound from the other roads kind of carry over here. Okay. First card will be Your Kindness is So Appreciated. Number 2, we're doing a punch art pumpkin that says So Thankful for You. And then we did more of the sunflowers, but this time I wanted to show it doesn't have to be fall colors. Knowing you brings joy to my heart. So we're going to start with this one. Hey, Barb, you found us. Very good. Hey, Miss Lori. Hello, Deborah. The notification didn't pop up. Well, that's a bummer. Sometimes I don't understand Facebook. It tries to make things more difficult. All right, so here's our stamp set. This is the So Sincere. It is a $1 Million Achiever set. So this was designed by one of our $1 Million Achievers. And the catalog, I just put it aside. It does tell you who that was. And then we have here the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. Now, what's really cool about these masks, not only do we have these background pieces, so we have this one here that has the snowflakes, so that would make some really pretty winter scenery cards. Then we have this one here that has like the acorns and the oak leaves and maple leaves and all sorts of little leaves. So that would make a really fun fall background. And then, of course, we have this here Argyle type, or houndstooth, I should say. This is a houndstooth pattern. And this is the one I am using on that one card. And then we have these ones here. These are the layering masks that create our sunflower. I'm going to pull these out so you can see. You're going to notice there's a little notch here. And this is how you make sure that you're lining them up always. So you always want to make sure they're going in the right position by lining up the notch on these. So I'm going to show you how I did that. I'm going to set these aside for a minute. And we'll set these ones aside. Those up there. Okay. So let me grab for this card. I have a Daffodil Delight card base, and that measures 11 by 4 1/4, and I have it scored at 5 1/2. So we'll go ahead and fold on the score line. I don't see. I did not bring over my seal. Let me see what I did with that. Okay. There it is. Found it. Okay. Gotta have seal plus. All right. Then I have a, oh my goodness, Calypso Coral panel. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And then I have our basic white, which is 5 by 3 3/4. And this is where we're going to do our little sunflowers. So I'm going to start with the basic shape. Here we go. I want to make sure nothing moves. So I did bring over my Post-it tape. So we're going to start by, first of all, making sure our paper doesn't move here. So I'm going to get that lined up, and I'm just going to put a little piece of that down here on the bottom to keep things still. Then I do have a pen, and I have my mask, and I'm going to get that about where we want it. And then we're going to bring in our Post-it tape. Get that tacked down just like so. Then I'm going to take that little notch so that I make sure that I put my next mask in the correct location. I'm just going to mark my paper. So now my mask will go in the right place every time. So we see where that mark is. Okay, next, let's see. I want my blending brush and Daffodil Delight. So the colors I'm using are Daffodil Delight, Calypso Coral, Pecan Pie, and Old Olive. So we're going to start, like I said, with the Daffodil Delight. So we're just going to pick up that Daffodil Delight. And I do like to just tap off a little of that excess. And then I'm going to come in and add my color. See how pretty that is already. And we're just getting started. So we're going to set that aside. Then I'm going to bring in a tissue. And I'm just going to wipe off my mask. I'll give these a good rinse in the sink when I'm done tonight, so they're good and clean. But for now, we're just going to wipe them down with a tissue. Okay, so now I can go ahead and remove. Well, you know what? I screwed up. I don't want to remove this mask yet. I want to add a little Calypso Coral before I do that. So we got to get that back to being lined up again. There we go. Whoop. I did mess up. I get ahead of myself like I always do. I get so excited. All right, now we have Calypso Coral. And where's that? Is this the one? Yes. So I'm just going to take a little of that Calypso Coral, tap in, tap that excess off, and then just here at the edge here. That just gives our sunflower a little extra depth. And again, this is not a step that you have to take, but I just thought it did give it a little extra something, something. Okay, now we can go ahead and wipe that ink away. And we can remove the mask. Okay, so there's that one. Now we're going to bring in the center. And again, we're going to line that notch. Oop. There we go. There's our notch. And we're going to bring in the pecan pie. And we have the pecan pie. So again, get that up there so you can. I got a little extra ink on there that I probably didn't need. So there we go. Now we're just going to go ahead and add our center. Again, take our tissue, excess ink, close that up, remove our mask, and then we have one more mask for that center. And then we're going to bring back our Daffodil Delight for that one. So here's this one. So again, get that all lined up with that little notch. There we go. Daffodil Delight. I'm going to give that a good rub. Tissue to remove the excess. And again, like I said, they'll go downstairs to the kitchen sink for a good cleaning after we're done tonight. And and there are our pretty sunflowers. All right, now to finish these sunflowers, we do have leaves. So we're going to leave that attached right where it is. And we're going to bring in the leaves and we're going to get that lined up on that little notch, like so. And for that, we do want our old olive. And then just come in and add your leaves. And it is okay that they go off the paper. They look just fine. Okay. So now our leaves are done. Done with these colors. We can there like so. Okay. Where's my tissue? I'm going to get rid of that excess color. All right. Ta-da! Look how pretty that is. You see that? And you can see the center. We got that little highlight from adding that Daffodil Delight back in there. Pretty cool. All right. So next, bring back our layers. So we're going to layer this on to a Calypso Coral panel. And then this is going to go on to our card base, which is Daffodil Delight. I am really hoping my shoulder is going to behave itself and get us through this, because right now it doesn't like me very much, I'm thinking. Okay, so we have another scrap piece of basic white, and I have a sentiment here. Your kindness is so appreciated, and we're going to use our old olive ink pad for that. Ooh, that got pretty inky. Okay, we're just gonna stamp that. Bring in our chamois there. There we go. Okay, now we need our little baby boss. And we're using our stylish shape dies. We're using the large banner piece here. And I'm going to put that. I better bring it down here and do this so I can actually see what I'm doing. Use a little of that Post-it tape. Make sure that's straight. Okay. I think we're good. Run that through. Oh, my shoulder doesn't like that at all. Think I may have to seriously think about one of those electric cutters. Just thinking. Because if my shoulder is not going to get better too quickly, it really does not appreciate cranking. Who has an electric cutter, and tell me what you love about it? And the brand. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little of my Seal Plus and just throw a little line of it all the way down through there like so. And then I'm going to take some of this linen thread. I'm going to wrap it around my fingers 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Carol has one. I'll have to ask her about it. All right, so I'm just going to take this and I'm just kind of like sticking it in there, but it doesn't have to be nice and neat. Be a little bit messy. Yeah, that'll work. And then from there, we're going to take some dimensionals. And I like to use 3 for a longer piece like this. Peel off those backings. Oops. And then that's going to go up here. Oh, about like so. Then we need our Take Your Pick tool. And what did I do there? We have here the adhesive backed sparkle gems. And they come black, white, and champagne. We're going to use the champagne just because I think the champagne is a little more fall-esque. So we're going to take, get that little one there. Use this larger one, put it there, and another small one there. And there, my friends, is sunflower card number 1. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Barb. I'm glad you ladies like it. Again, these masks are so cool. And they really are only, they're $10.50. That's 2 cups of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. Just saying. But they're so pretty. Okay, so that is card number 1. Oh, let's see. Let's set these over here. We're going to move on to card number 2, which is our second fallish card. And this time we're using that houndstooth. And, ow. My arm doesn't like me today. I don't understand. I didn't ever do anything to it. So I don't understand why it doesn't like me so. Okay. For this card, we have a card base of Early Espresso. This measures 11 by 4 1/4. And it's scored at 5.5. So we'll go ahead and fold on that score line. Then we have a basic white panel that's 4 by 5 1/4. And this is where we are going to do our little masking. So we're going to start by, again, just keeping this still. So I'm just going to add a little Post-it tape there at the bottom. And I'm going to find our houndstooth here. Yeah, I guess we went that way. I guess it doesn't really matter, but okay. So we're just going to secure this. Like so. And for this one, I used, of course, the bottom of the pile, wild wheat. I know wild wheat is not a favorite color, but it's starting to grow on me, and it's a good fall color. It's kind of like a little bit darker than your crumb cake, but not as dark as the old soft suede that we had. So it kind of falls in the between those two colors, I would say. I don't know. It's growing on me. It's different. So we're going to use that. So here it is. Getting my blending brush. These blending brushes are a must. Gotta have those. If you don't have them yet, you need some. So again, just tapping off that excess. And I've not really got like a plan on how this is going to turn out. I just know I don't want it all over. I'm just kind of going for the center and kind of a diagonal. And that's it. Done. Not anything too fancy. Every card is going to look a little bit different because we are not following a specific pattern. So where's my tissues? There we go. We're just going to, again, wipe off that excess. Pull that up. There it is. Then I have my Early Espresso ink pad here. And for this one, I'm going to stamp So Thankful for You. So we have So Thankful for You. And that's going to stamp right there. So Thankful for You. We're going to get rid of that and that. So those can go here. Okay. All right. Next, we can go ahead and add this to our Early Espresso card base. Now that we've stamped our sentiment, there we go. So Thankful for You. And then I have here our punch, the double oval. And I want 3 of these of the smaller of the ovals. So we're going to set that aside for another project. Let's see. Set that one aside. And there we go. And that's just garbage. So now we have 3 ovals, and I'm going to take 2 and I'm going to add adhesive. And that's going to go right about there. And then that one's going to overlap just a little bit right there. And then this one is going to get dimensionals. And that one goes right over the top. See the little pumpkin form in there? And then I have a little scrap here of some wild wheat. And we're going to take our snips. And I'm just going to kind of create a stem. It doesn't have to be anything too extravagant, just a little stem. And we're going to take a glue dot. And that's just going to kind of there you go, like so. And that's it. Card number 2 is done. Easy peasy punch art. Okay. I'm glad to see you ladies are staying with me here. All right, we're on to our last card, which I wanted to show that you don't have to necessarily do fall colors. You can go for any season with these. Just change up your sunflower colors. They don't have to be sunflowers per se. They could be a daisy just by changing your color. So what we did here is find my pieces here. I have Highland Heather. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 for our card base. I have Bubble Bath, 5 by 4 1/4, and then Basic White, 5 by 3 3/4. So we're going to set those aside. And just like we did previously, we're going to get this, well, being we already have our marks there, let's use those. So here's our we'll just make a new mark. I want to try to line that up again. Be a pain in the neck. All right, so we're just going to get this paper here. Get our, this time we're making daisies. So we're not even going to call it. Where's our pen? We'll make our new line up. There we go. And this time, we're going to use, for our base color, fresh freesia. So we're going to start with the fresh freesia. So we're going to go ahead and add our color. So pretty. Okay, so there's our fresh freesia. Take our tissue, wipe that down. Then we want Highland Heather. And again, just on those centers. Mine too, Sue. Easy peasy all the way. All right, I'm going to take 1 second for let my shoulder rest for just a minute because it doesn't like this motion. Okay, I think we can finish this up. Ooh. Okay, so we're getting those centers. And then we're going to take a tissue and wipe away that excess color. Okay, I'm going to pull this away. Then we're going to do our center. Oops. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, once in a while, I like to do an over-the-top card and get really crazy and do all the things. But number one, time is not always our friend. I mean, for me, I still work full time. I'm trying to maintain a house just like everybody else, like you guys. You're all trying to maintain homes. Who has a spouse that wants attention? Yeah, so easy, quick, that's my jam. Not to mention, sometimes those more complicated things, this is supposed to be relaxing and fun, and some of those things can be more frustrating to me. But I do know people who absolutely they thrive on that, and that's wonderful. I think it's great. If that's your thing, I will watch you for hours making complicated, beautiful designs. I get frustrated when things aren't working out right. And I'm just better. I'm using bubble bath here for my centers. Give it a good rub. And then I'm going to bring back the fresh freesia after I wipe that ink away. See how pretty that's looking? Pretty daisies. And now we're going to do our centers. So again, lining up that notch. There we go. Just like that. So we want to bring back our fresh freesia. Get that in there. Okay. And there is our centers. See, when you do the lighter color first, and then you do that design there with the darker color, that really pops that center highlight. On the fall one, the tones were pretty close, so you just kind of saw more of a shadow of that highlight. So depending on the look you're going for is going to determine if you're going to do a light followed by dark or dark followed by light. Or shouldn't say light. You would not want to go dark followed by light. You're going to want to do like two of the same tone-ish if you want it more of a subtle highlight. All right, so there's our daisies. These are more daisy than sunflower. And now we're just going to layer that onto our bubble bath piece here. I apologize, guys. My shoulder is just screaming. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tie this bow or not, but I'm going to give it a try. But anyways, I do have, this is the bubble bath ribbon, and it's in a trio pack. You get the bubble bath, the lemon lolly, and I think it's the azure blue. Well, I'm glad you like this color combination. It kind of reminds me of like the painted daisies. I don't know, the gardener in me. I love painted daisies. And it just kind of reminded me of them. And this ribbon is so pretty because it's got the silver trim with it. There we go. And snips. It's not the best bow, but it's going to do. Little lopsided, but it's okay. All right. So there is our daisies. We're going to add our adhesive and add this to our card base. Okay. Then I have some scrap paper here, and I have my sentiment. This is knowing you brings joy to my heart. And for this, we're using our Memento Black ink. So ink that up. We're going to stamp that. And then we're using a brand new punch. It's called the Hexagon punch. And this is part of that pre-order for the World Card Making Day. And it's I think intended to be used up and down this way, but I'm going to turn it and use it up and down the long way for the sentiment. I'm just going to put this in sideways like so. Told you it was scrap paper. I had some stuff on the back. All right. So we're just going to add a couple of dimensionals once I locate what I just did with them. I did just have them, didn't I? Not sure. Oh, wait, is that where they are? Hang on a minute. They might be sandwiched between. They are. Ha! They were sandwiched between the masks. Okay. So we're just going to add a couple of dimensionals. And that's going to go right over our flowers and our ribbon like so. And there you have it. Card number 3. Let's get rid of all this pen scratch out of here so you can actually see the cards. So there it is, card number 3. There's card number 2 with our punch art pumpkins. And then our sunflowers. Ta-da! Yes, agree. Definitely better to see them in action than seeing them in the catalog. Because in the catalog, they look like, yeah. But when you see them in action, they are really cool. I hope this inspires you to really seriously consider adding these to your wish list and grabbing them and playing with them in between backgrounds. And this is just the tip of the iceberg on using these. These masks can be used with your embossing paste. You can get some really cool effects with that, with the textures. Like just think of the texture paste and just a little bit of balmy blue added to it to tint it and do those snowflakes for a really pretty background. I mean, again, this was just the tip of the iceberg on using these. I just wanted to really show the layering and how Stampin' Up! They thought of everything to help us line them up with the little notches. But the background pieces, again, using, getting really heavy with the texture paste and embossing paste. Again, you could really, really have a lot of fun with these. So seriously think about it. Put them on your wish list and grab them and play with them and have lots and lots of creative fun. All right, ladies, again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I apologize, my shoulder isn't letting me do anything further. So I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. And I will see you next week. The plan is to do St. Nicholas. I've been looking at him all weekend long. I almost did him this week again, but I decided to go stay with fall, being it was October 1st. You want to push Christmas, but next week, Christmas is rolling in. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye for now.